Welcome to episode 4 of the Koufuku Graffiti cook-through. Today I'll be making Ryou's cold sesame noodles as shown in this episode. This dish is actually a variation of a Japanese dish called Hiyashi Chuka. We're going to start off by making all of the noodle toppings. Bring 4 large eggs to a boil, cover, and remove from heat and let it sit for 6 minutes before plunging into an ice bath. After sitting in the ice bath for about 2 to 3 minutes, go ahead and dry them and peel them carefully. Slice them later when you're ready for garnishing. To make the sauce, you'll need 3 tablespoons of toasted white sesame seeds. Grind into a paste using a food processor or mortar and pestle. Then add in 2 tablespoons of sesame oil, but do it one at a time. Scrape down the sides before moving on, this way you make sure everything is pureed smoothly. Here's a close-up of what your consistency should be looking like right now. Then add in 2 tablespoons of miso. White or yellow miso would be acceptable for this recipe as well. Then add in 2 tablespoons of mirin or sugar, followed by 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar. Puree until fully combined and as smooth as possible. When the sauce is complete, remove the lid and scrape down the sides. Then taste and adjust seasonings using rice vinegar, salt, and mirin if desired. Here's a close-up shot of what your sauce should look like. And now let's get ready to cut the rest of the garnish. We'll be using Persian cucumbers today to make thinly sliced cuts of cucumber. Persian cucumbers are sweeter and more mild and have a less grassy flavor. If you can't find Persian cucumbers, go ahead and use an English cucumber. English cucumbers are the ones that are really long and usually covered in plastic. I like to cut the cucumber sticks in half so it's easier to eat once you're mixed in with the noodles. My cucumbers are between 2 to 3 inches long. For the next topping, we're just going to rough chop some cilantro. You could also leave it whole, but I find rough chopping it just makes it easier to eat, and it also makes your kitchen smell so good. Now we're just going to slice up some imitation crab. This imitation crab isn't pulling apart. Usually you could pull it like string cheese, so I decided to cut mine now. We're cutting them into the same thickness as the cucumbers. After I cut it, I did try to pull some apart so it's not as thick, but as you can see, they're not pulling apart into strings, they're just snapping in the middle, so I stopped. Next, we're going to slice our hard-boiled eggs that we made earlier. Another way of adding eggs into this dish is to make an omelet and cut it into strips. And for our last topping, we're going to be cutting up some extra lean ham. I love this Costco brand of ham because it comes super thin. It's great for recipes like cold noodles or noodle salad because the ham is so thin, it's like nice to chew with the noodles. Other popular proteins to include would be shredded chicken breast, chashu pork, which is braised pork belly, and even pork floss. Now all of our toppings are done, let's cook the noodles. You can find Hiyashi ramen in the frozen section of your local Japanese or Asian grocery stores. Please prepare it as directed on the package. Mostly you just have to boil in hot water, then plunge into a cold ice water bath. I'm using a sieve so I can easily pull the noodles out after it's completely chilled. And when you drain it, make sure you get every last drop of water out. Most of the frozen prepackaged Hiyashi noodles will come with a sauce packet, but I chose to make my own today because I wanted the sesame sauce. To build your bowls, start with a base of noodles, then add some of that delicious sesame sauce you just made. Then add on your toppings and section them one at a time. I like to top mine off with the hard-boiled eggs and sprinkle some laoganma chili oil all over the top. Ryou is an essential for Hiyashi Chuka because it is a Japanese version of Chinese cold noodles. You can use any sort of chili crisp, chili crunch, chili oil as you wish, but my favorite is laoganma. And here it is, your beautiful bowl of Hiyashi Chuka. I love Hiyashi Chuka because it's so versatile with the variations you could do, and you can really do anything you want with it. Some even have a soup base to it too. Hiyashi Chuka is so delicious and perfect for hot, muggy, rainy days or even just hot, humid summer days. The noodles are light, bouncy, springy, and a little bit chewy, and it's so good. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!